Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. This is just a quick one. We're busy on our baby pansies. Just show you how I fit my pins into them. I never like to just take a straight pin and just try and solder it on there. It's got a good chance of breaking off. It's got nothing to hold it in with. You do see it done very often, and it's taking a risk. It just doesn't always last. It's always good to have a little pilot hole drilled in there. Just to show you, the pins, I pre-cut them a little bit longer than what they needed. I then use a cup burr. Let's see if we can get that in focus. There we go, and we just round that edge off on it. From there, I do a little pilot hole into the back there. Just also helps position it when we're soldering it, and gives a nice spot for it to go into. There it is there. Just enough to seat it that little bit and give the solder a little bit of an extra bond. I'll follow up on us in a sec once we start soldering them onto the backs. Just had to do a little bit of a modification on the camera holder. Just moving on to the next stage of soldering the pins onto the backs. So as you can see, there's already a bit of flux on the back of the pansy shells. I use a powder flux, which I find to be a lot easier to work with than the liquid flux. You can see over there I've got a couple of pieces of solder pre-cut, and I've got all of my pins pre-cut and the little ends rounded on them to go into place. So I like to heat up the pin first, pop a bit of flux onto there, get that to take nicely. I then heat up my solder, drop the solder onto it, flow it onto the pin just ever so slightly, and then we proceed to putting it onto the pansy shell itself. Heat it up, let the flux run nicely, place the pin into its pilot hole, slowly heat that section up, and there we have it. Wonder if we're getting any focus there. There we go. That's a nice neat solder. From there into the acid, clean up all that flux off it, and ready for the next step of the process.